Welcome back to another diecast showcase. Today, I am taking a look at this, the new Hot Wheels Elite 64 Aston Martin Valkyrie. This is number 13 in the series. This was shown off on the Hot Wheels or the Redline Club forums a little while ago, and as soon as it was shown off, people were hyped up about it. This is a pretty cool model. I'm going to take a look at it. I'm going to open it up. It went on sale on Mattel Creations this past Thursday. I think it was the 20th. I'm actually recording this on Saturday the 22nd. It only took 2 days to arrive to me, which is cool because I have been dying to open this up and to take a closer look at it, and that is what I am going to do. 13th. Well, actually, this is technically the 16th Elite 64 model to be released, because there is also the mod shop and the haulers, which those are kind of their own thing. They aren't in the main numbered segment. And here we go. All right. So this is, of course, going to be a brand new casting. We're going to take a look at it. It is in this really nice metal flake, kind of a turquoise color. It's like a bluish green metal flake in there. Looks really nice. Wheels, of course, with Elite 64, all the wheels are uniquely tooled to the model. So these are the wheels that the Valkyrie actually has. This thing is sweet. This is a really nice kind of exotic car from Aston Martin. I believe, if I remember correctly, this car is actually not legal in the U.S. Or it's not, I don't know if it's not street. Well, it doesn't have any mirrors. It doesn't have side mirrors. It has actually cameras. It actually has cameras, though. Instead of, like, physical side mirrors, it just has cameras on the side. But all cars that are sold in the U.S. by federal regulations have to have side mirrors. So this car can't actually be sold in the U.S. In order to actually get one in the U.S., you have to, like, import it under some specialty thing, like museum or showroom car, where it's like some law where, like, you can import specific cars. Gosh, I'm having a hard time forming sentences today. I need to slow down a little bit. You can import specific cars that are, like, culturally, or not culturally, but historically significant in a sense, kind of like museum pieces. And I know someone got one into the U.S. that way, and I believe Doug DeMuro reviewed it. And anyway, you got the Aston Martin badge right there. You got the Valkyrie logo there on the front. You have inserted details for the headlights, which looks pretty cool. The taillights do not have inserted details, and that's, I think, because they are so tiny. I'm going to try and get that detail there. You have some printing there. You got Valkyrie there on the back. This car is insane. Look at the base. Look at all that detail on the base. All the recesses. Everything just looks really good. You can see right through the car. There's my finger I'm waving around back there. You can see, I think is that the Senna right there. Yeah, there's the bolide, there's the Senna, there's the Speedtail, there's the Solus, there's the Valhalla. Really cool right there. Love the tires on it as well, with the 3 grooves right there. And yeah, here's the top. Got some black printing on the top here. You got the singular windshield wiper running along the middle. And this one does have a party trick, and it is that the doors open on this. Some Elite 64 models have moving parts, some don't. I think the 300 SL has the opening gullwing doors. The M6 GT has the opening rear hatch and all that. And the seats are actually detailed, so you can see the belt straps there, the harnesses, the seat harnesses are printed. I'm gonna try and get my camera in there as best as I can if it focuses. You can see in there though. And actually, you can look at that. It's very hard to see. There's actually an Aston Martin logo in the on the screen there on the dash. You can see it right there. That little Aston Martin emblem. It's kind of hard to get my phone camera to get in there. Actually, is my phone camera is right here? Yeah, I'm trying to get that to show, but actually you can see it right there. Of course, the seats are detailed, so really nice there. These doors shut really nicely. They're actually flush. They're nice and flush. Bit of a gap there on the top, but because the roof is painted black, it's kind of hard to notice. You have to really be looking. It doesn't look that bad. The side profile looks really good, though. It's nice and flush. The lines aren't super big. And overall, this car looks really nice. The doors open and shut really nicely. And overall, this model is insane. I really love this thing. And I think Hot Wheels exotic cars kind of go one of two ways, and that's kind of why I brought all these cars out. Because I feel like some cars just don't, like Hot Wheels, like hypercars and exotics like this, are a bit hit or miss. And some examples of great ones, I really like the Speedtail here. This is one of my favorite Hot Wheels castings, is the Speedtail. It came out in 2020 in the main line. This is the version that came in the Car Culture box set. I think it had the Chiron was in it with the GT style wheels, and the Koenigsegg Agera in black was in there as well. This version was this Speedtail was in here, which looks really nice. This model is also going to be a super this year, actually. I'm really excited for that. I think the Senna is also pretty good. I think the Senna looks really nice. This is the ID version, I think from 2020. Or maybe I think it was 2020. And an interesting thing is this ID version doesn't have it, but the headlights are retooled by the late Ryu Asada to have kind of a recess in it. Because originally it was just released like this where it was blank, which on the basic versions looked kind of terrible because it was just a flat surface. But he actually went back in and kind of tooled in a recess, so he still had that kind of break in the casting. This is another great one. I think the Hot Wheels Bolide from 2 years ago, from 2023, is really nice. I think it's a really nice looking model. I think the casting's pretty good. But I think it also has gone the other way. The Solus, I think, it is okay. There's some aspects of it that I think leave a little bit to be desired. That look a bit odd. But I think the biggest example is actually another Aston. This is kind of one of the biggest examples of like an exotic not quite looking the best, is this Valhalla. This came out in 2021 for Exotic Envy. There was another premium version for James Bond, and it hit the main line. I think those are the only versions of this model. Something about it doesn't look right. And maybe because it's a concept car, I think the actual Valhalla looks a bit different than this. But I don't know. I just don't think this one quite hits. Maybe because it's a concept, maybe because the lines are a bit wrong. It looks a bit strange. But this Valkyrie is crazy. This thing is really good. I think Ron Wong designed it. He knocked it out of the park. This casting is great. This might be one of my favorite Elite 6.4 releases. Like, this thing is insane. This thing is great. I really love it. And yeah, that's the Elite 6.4 Aston Martin Valkyrie. This thing is really, really cool. Still available on Mattel Creations if you have not snagged one. I personally would. I think this thing is insane. This thing is crazy. It's a really nice casting. It looks great. It's a really, really awesome car. And I'm a massive fan of this. And yeah, really digging this Elite 6.4 series. I can't wait to see what Hot Wheels does with it next. I can't wait for the next releases. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.